This week's news packs a punch. The Star Wars Celebration generated a lot of buzz with exciting news, and Sonic fans can look forward to much more than just one new movie. There's also a brand new Stranger Things show coming soon, and the first actors for the next Hunger Games movie have finally been announced. And should you not be quite convinced already, there's an absolute star director developing a new series revolving around the X-Files. So we hope you enjoyed this KinoCheck news. A huge Star Wars event took place over the past few days. Star Wars Celebration 2025 in Japan. So let's take a look at all the highlights and announcements. It's been known for a while that Deadpool and Wolverine director Shawn Levy will be directing a Star Wars movie. Now Lucasfilm has given a big update. The movie will be called Star Wars Starfighter. A few weeks ago, there was also speculation about the casting of superstar Ryan Gosling. At the event, it's now been made official that the actor will indeed take on the lead role in Starfighter. Gosling is, of course, a familiar name to most film fans. He's performed in movies such as La La Land, the stylish gangster thriller Drive, and most recently as Ken in Barbie. Shawn Levy also revealed the first plot details. Starfighter will be set 5 years after Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. However, the film will not be part of the Skywalker saga, but rather tell an independent story with completely new characters. Filming is scheduled to start this fall, and a release date has already been announced. Starfighter will reach movie theaters on May 28, 2027. An important part of the event was also The Mandalorian and Grogu. The movie is set after the third season of the popular Star Wars series The Mandalorian. Of course, Pedro Pascal will once again be seen in the leading role as Din Djarin. As in the series, he will be accompanied by Grogu, also known to fans as Baby Yoda. A particular highlight of the panel was the presentation of a first trailer. It mainly shows the Mandalorian in action. The story seems to take place, at least partly, on an ice planet. Likewise featured in the trailer is Alien and Avatar star Sigourney Weaver as a leader of the New Republic. Also shown was a picture of Din Djarin without his helmet. Fans of the series know that the Mandalorian only reveals his face in absolutely exceptional cases. After a break of more than 6 years, the movie is set to breathe new life into the Star Wars universe. The Mandalorian and Grogu already has a release date. We'll be able to see the two heroes of the series on the big screen from May 22nd, 2026. There were also some updates on the second season of Ahsoka. Perhaps the biggest news: Hayden Christensen will once again be seen as Anakin Skywalker. The role of Baylan Skoll will now be played by Game of Thrones star Rory McCann, as the previous actor Ray Stevenson sadly passed away. Fan favorite Admiral Akbar will also be featured in Ahsoka, and filming is currently underway, with the new season due to be released in 2026. There will also be new episodes of Star Wars Visions this year. 9 fresh episodes will be available, including sequels to existing episodes. Visions Season 3 will be released on Disney Plus on October 29th, 2025. And a separate spin-off series has also been announced from an episode from Season 1. This series will be called Star Wars Visions Presents The Ninth Jedi. Another new animated series is Star Wars Maul: Shadow Lord. The focus is of course on the popular character Darth Maul. The series is set after Star Wars The Clone Wars. Maul is the leader of a criminal syndicate in the underworld. Maul Shadow Lord is set to debut on Disney Plus in 2026. We can also expect the third season of Star Wars Young Jedi Adventures in fall 2025. Moreover, the industry portal Variety has reported that another new series is being planned at Lucasfilm. So far, only the creative team is known. The series is being developed by Lost showrunner Carlton Cuse and his son Nick Cuse. But at the moment, there are 2 Star Wars projects waiting for us. The second and final season of Andor is currently streaming on Disney Plus. And in addition, fans can look forward to the animated series Star Wars Tales of the Underworld from May 4th, 2025. The film series based around Sonic the Hedgehog has become a genuine box office hit for Paramount Pictures. The first 3 parts alone have grossed over $1 billion worldwide, and a 4th part has already been announced for March 19th, 2027. According to a recent report by The Wrap, the studio is planning to massively expand the Sonic universe, with several spin-offs and possibly a new series. Speculation is particularly focusing on the dark anti-hero Shadow the Hedgehog. The post-credits scene of Sonic 3 already had fans excited. It seems that Shadow is ready for his big appearance. A solo film with the character makes perfect sense, especially since Shadow has been one of the most popular characters in the franchise since his debut. In addition to Shadow, other familiar characters are becoming the subject of rumors as well, such as Tails, Sonic's loyal friend. He could also get his own adventure. Voice actress Colleen O'Shaughnessy recently expressed her excitement about the idea of a Tails film, and emphasized that she would find it fantastic to have an origin story for the character. Knuckles, who already took center stage in a series released in 2024, could also be given a larger role on the big screen. Now, while nothing is known about a second season of the series yet, a feature-length Knuckles movie would be the logical next step. This would not only add depth to the character, but also make room for new characters such as Team Chaotix. So far, the movies have only covered a fraction of the huge Sonic universe. Characters such as Rouge the Bat, Silver the Hedgehog, Fang the Hunter, and Big the Cat are still waiting for their big moment. Spin-offs would give Paramount the opportunity to expand the world of Sonic in a more targeted manner without overloading the main storyline of the film series. What exactly Paramount is planning remains to be seen, but one thing is clear. The Sonic franchise has not only proven to be commercially successful, but also pop culturally relevant. With over 30 years of history in video games and comics, the universe offers almost infinite potential for new stories and characters. We're excited to discover what the future holds for the franchise. Next year, the Hunger Games Sunrise on the Reaping movie will be released. Now, they finally found actors for 3 of the key roles, including the main character. The first official cast members are Joseph Zada as Haymitch Abernathy, Whitney Peak as Lenore Baird, and Mckenna as Maysilee Donner. The new Hunger Games movie will be a prequel that is once again based on a novel by Suzanne Collins. This time, the story centers on Katniss's later mentor Haymitch Abernathy. He's chosen for the 50th Hunger Games, in which twice as many tributes have to compete against each other due to it being the year of the second quarter quell. With Joseph Zada, a newcomer has now been cast as the young Haymitch. The actor has so far only appeared in smaller productions. Soon, the actor will also be seen alongside Florence Pugh and Challenger star Mike Faist in the Netflix series East of Eden. In the 4 original movies, Haymitch was played by Hollywood star Woody Harrelson. The character is among the fan favorites of the Hunger Games film series. With Whitney Peak, an actress with a little more acting experience has been cast as Lenore Baird. Peak appeared in a leading role in the Gossip Girl reboot, as well as in the Netflix series Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, for example. Her character, Lenore Dove, is Haymitch's girlfriend. The two are separated when Haymitch has to participate in the Hunger Games. Mckenna is best known for a role in Ghostbusters Afterlife and Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. She plays Maysilee Donner in the new Hunger Games film. Like Haymitch, she's also a tribute from District 12. The role was highly coveted, as it most resembles that of Jennifer Lawrence's Katniss. According to those responsible at the studio Lionsgate, the 2 actors were selected from hundreds of applicants. Further casting news for the new Hunger Games movie can be expected in the coming weeks. After all, filming of the prequel is scheduled to start in July 2025 already. The film will once again be directed by Francis Lawrence, who has directed every movie in the franchise since The Hunger Games: Catching Fire. The movie will open in cinemas on November 20th, 2026. Ryan Coogler's Sinners is currently causing a sensation, but the director's next work is already in the pipeline. As the industry portal Deadline reports, Coogler's next project will be a reboot of a true cult series, The X-Files. The iconic mystery and sci-fi series from the 90s follows FBI agents Fox Mulder and Dana Scully as they investigate unsolved and often supernatural cases together. There were originally 9 seasons of The X-Files before the series was continued with 2 more seasons a few years ago. There have been a total of 218 episodes along with the 2 movies, The X-Files and The X-Files I Want to Believe. Ryan Coogler has now spoken about some details about the reboot in the podcast Last Podcast on the Left. Many fans of the original will be particularly interested to hear that the director has spoken to Scully actress Gillian Anderson. Although he didn't confirm that Anderson will be involved, it's certainly a possibility. The actress recently stated that she could at least imagine herself back as Dana Scully in front of the camera. However, she didn't specify whether as a leading part or just in a guest role. Coogler also talked about his great anticipation. Some of the episodes are set to be particularly scary. With the reboot, he wants to win over fans of the original series as well as get new fans excited about the X-Files. Coogler is best known for the Rocky sequel Creed and the Marvel movies Black Panther and Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. His latest film Sinners is currently running in theaters and is generating a great amount of attention. The horror film starring Michael B. Jordan and Haley Steinfeld is a true surprise success. Sinners has impressed not only critics, but also at the box office. However, it remains uncertain when we can expect the reboot of The X-Files. At least we do know now that the series is Coogler's immediate next project. The Stranger Things universe keeps growing. 2 years after announcing an animated spin-off, Netflix has now officially announced the title of the new series. It'll be called Stranger Things Tales from '85. Here are some first details. As the industry magazine What's on Netflix reports, the spin-off is set to be a nostalgic return to the mysterious world of Hawkins, this time in the animated style of a classic Saturday morning cartoon. Back in April 2023, Netflix announced that a new animated adventure based on the successful series was in the works. At the time, the creators of the original series, Matt and Ross Duffer, spoke passionately about their idea. "We've always dreamed of an animated Stranger Things in the vein of the Saturday morning cartoons that we grew up loving, and to see this dream realized has been absolutely thrilling." The Duffer brothers are involved as executive producers together with Sean Levy and Dan Cohen from 21 Laps Entertainment and their own production company Upside Down Pictures. The creative director is Eric Robles, known for series such as Fanboy and Chum Chum and Glitch Techs. In June 2024, Netflix presented some first concept drawings of the new series as part of Next on Netflix animation. Scenes were shown in which children encounter terrifying creatures in the menacing shadow world, a clear indication that Tales from '85 will retain the dark charm of the original. A further exciting aspect is the creative approach that Matt Duffer disclosed in the Happy Sad Confused podcast. According to him, the spin-off will deviate significantly from the original. It will be 1,000% different, Duffer stated. Although the series will remain part of the Stranger Things universe, it'll be told in a completely new way. However, a release date has not been set yet. But in any case, the 5th season of the original series awaits us this year, although an exact release date is still the subject of much speculation. As usual, more exciting news can be found in the free KinoCheck app. But now we'd like to know, what are your thoughts on the latest announcements for the Star Wars universe? Is Ryan Gosling a good casting choice? Or do you think he doesn't fit the part at all? We're looking forward to reading your opinion in the comments below. And in case you missed it, here's more news that will pique your interest. It's finally official. The casting of the first 6 actors for the Harry Potter series has now been confirmed by HBO. Among them are the actors for Professor Severus Snape and Professor McGonagall. And there's also 2 new cast members for whom nothing had previously been leaked to the public. Now, the casting of Severus Snape is bound to be the biggest talking point. He'll now indeed be played by British actor Papa Siedu in the series. He had been rumored for the role for some time, sparking a lot of discussion. While his acting skills are widely praised, some have questioned whether his looks really align with the character's traditional portrayal. For many, the character is forever associated with the appearance of Alan Rickman. Snape is also described as pale in the books. Such an apparent and seemingly unnecessary deviation from the original might not bode well for a faithful adaptation of the popular franchise for many fans. Minerva McGonagall will be played by Janet McTeer. The deputy headmistress of Hogwarts and head of the Gryffindor house was played in the Harry Potter movies by the recently deceased Maggie Smith. The Transfiguration Professor is one of the most respected characters in the Harry Potter series. Janet McTeer is known for The Woman in Black, Me Before You, and the Netflix series Ozark. The role of Quirinus Carell has also been cast by HBO. The Professor of Defense Against the Dark Arts will be played by Luke Thallin. Little had been leaked to the public regarding this casting. In the past, Oppenheimer actor Cillian Murphy was even linked to the character, which has now been proven to be untrue. Instead, with Luke Thallin, the Professor will now be played by a true newcomer. Quirrell plays a central role in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. The character was formerly played by Ian Hart. Also officially confirmed is the casting of Nick Frost as Hagrid. Frost is best known as a comedy actor. He often works with Simon Pegg and director Edgar Wright, for example in the horror comedy Shaun of the Dead or in Hot Fuzz. The actor had already made hints on Instagram that fans associated with the series. The sweet-natured half-giant Hagrid is a key character in the Harry Potter series. He's one of Harry, Hermione, and Ron's closest confidants. Hagrid is the gamekeeper at Hogwarts and teaches care of magical creatures at the school. In the movies, the role was played by Robbie Coltrane, who sadly has since also passed away. Another new name is that of actor Paul Whitehouse. The Brit is better known from the comedy genre as well, and will take on the role of Argus Filch in the Harry Potter series. Filch is the grumpy caretaker of Hogwarts, but has no magical powers. He's often conspicuous for his hostile attitude towards the students. In the movies, the character was played by Game of Thrones actor David Bradley. Last but not least, the casting of John Lithgow as Albus Dumbledore was also confirmed. However, this was already a certainty, since the actor himself had confirmed in several interviews that he would be seen as the headmaster of Hogwarts. Dumbledore is one of the most powerful wizards in the world of Harry Potter. Lithgow is known, for example, for the series Dexter and The Crown. The actor is now following in the footsteps of Richard Harris and Michael Gambon, who played Dumbledore in the movies. This means that the first 6 actors in the Harry Potter series are now official. It can be strongly assumed that further announcements will follow in the coming weeks. Of course, we're also eagerly awaiting the casting of the main trio, Harry, Hermione, and Ron. It is believed that these roles have already been cast, albeit with newcomers who aren't known yet. Filming of the series is scheduled to begin in summer 2025, and there isn't a release date yet. But it's likely that the first season won't premiere until late 2026 or even 2027 at the earliest. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice? A new film in the popular series is in the pipeline. In an interview with the industry magazine Deadline, Warner Brothers bosses Mike DeLuca and Pam Abdy talked about making another sequel, and they sounded overly confident. According to them, not all aspects have been settled for an official announcement of Beetlejuice 3. But DeLuca is convinced that it will happen. He stated that the finalization of the deal is imminent. The sequel of the popular series doesn't come as much of a surprise, since Beetlejuice Beetlejuice was a big success at the box office. The bosses did not reveal any further details about the sequel, so it therefore remains uncertain for the time being which actors will return for Beetlejuice 3. However, Michael Keaton has already shown his interest in a sequel in the past. A return of Winona Ryder as Lydia or Wednesday star Jenna Ortega as Astrid would also make sense. It's unclear who will direct the film and pen the screenplay, but the 2 previous movies were directed by film legend Tim Burton. At least fans of the movies can now look forward to a shorter waiting time than between the first 2 films. Part 2 followed 36 years after the first movie. However, it's still unknown when exactly we can expect Beetlejuice 3. As the deal has yet to be finalized, it'll still take some time before it gets released. By the way, like so many studios, Warner is currently in a veritable sequel frenzy. In the interview, DeLuca also revealed that an official announcement for Minecraft 2 will be made soon, and new movies for the classics The Goonies and Gremlins are also still being planned. Moreover, the finished script for The Lord of the Rings: The Hunt for Gollum is due in May. And then there's The Matrix 5 by the Cabin in the Woods director Drew Goddard. So as you can see, Warner has a lot going on. We are very excited and will keep you up to date. Sam Neill will once again have to deal with monsters. This time though, the Jurassic Park star won't have to deal with dinosaurs, but will face even bigger creatures. As revealed, for example, by The Hollywood Reporter, the studio legendary has cast Neill for Godzilla Kong 3. With his iconic performance as paleontologist Dr. Alan Grant in Jurassic Park, Sam Neill became a mainstay of blockbuster cinema. The actor appeared in 3 movies in the dinosaur franchise. Besides Steven Spielberg's original film from 1993, his character also played a role in Jurassic Park 3. In Jurassic World Dominion, he made his most recent comeback in the dinosaur film series alongside Jeff Goldblum and Laura Dern. Now Sam Neill is ready to step into the world of the Monsterverse. But it's not known yet which role he will take on in Godzilla Kong 3. Other cast members include Stranger Things actor Matthew Modine, Fear of the Walking Dead star Alicia Debnam Carey, and Caitlin Dever, who can currently be seen in the 2nd season of The Last of Us. The Monsterverse kicked off in 2014 with Godzilla and has continued to expand ever since. In Godzilla vs. Kong and Godzilla Kong: The New Empire, both giants were shown together. The upcoming third part of the series will be directed by I Am Mother director Grant Sputori. The new Clash of the Titans awaits us in theaters from March 26th, 2027.